Hello there, this is Malak and welcome to part 2 of my Warlock of Firetop Mountain. We've just been fighting snakes and now we're going to continue. So we've got eastward and then split. So we can go further eastward. It's a good point. Can I just scroll around? Can't actually scroll too much. I kind of like the stone thing. Let's go. Although then again, there is that other door. Let's go check out this other door actually. So further up the passage on the west wall, you see another wooden door. You listen at the door and hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. Investigate the hideous din. Oh, that's a lot of space. The door opens to reveal a small room. Well, I think it's a big room compared to the other two, but hey. It is dirty and unkempt. A straw mattress lies in one corner, and in the far corner a flight of steps leads out of the chamber. In the center of the room is a small table upon which a candle burns. all of these tables in the middles of rooms have burning candles, lighting the room with its flickering flame. A small box rests under the table. All tables have boxes under them. This is the rule now. This is like orc tradition. Seated around the table are two small orcs with warty skin, dressed in leather armor. Yeah, they're wrecking that table with their claws. And spilling ale everywhere. The fuck is wrong with them? They are drinking some sort of grog, and by the way they stagger to their feet on their arrival, you assume they are very drunk. I wonder if they know the whereabouts of the eye. Fuck it, let's kill him. The other one was useless. Let's fight these drunken orcs. I'm a little bit on the weaker side because I'm got injured by that snake. Yeah, those two were pretty easy. Nice. You wipe your bloodied weapon on the mattress. The green blood leaves a slimy stain on the straw. Stepping over the bodies towards the table, you flinch at the foul stench of the creatures. You pick up the box from under the table and examine it. It's a small wooden box with crude... It is a small wooden box with crude. The name Fario DiMaggio, probably, is inscribed on a brass nameplate. Yeah, let's check it out. The box contains a small leather-bound book entitled The Making and Casting of Dragonfire. That sounds cool. I open the pages to begin to read. Fortunately, it's written in your own language, and so was probably not understood by the orcs. Otherwise, its treasure would certainly not be so loosely guarded as it was. The book is written in tiny handwriting by Fario DiMaggio. In it, he tells the story of his life's work, the creation of Dragonfire spell, with which to fight evil dragons. You read how, in his last years, Fario DiMaggio finally perfected his... I'm like the enemy of all like Italians ever now. It's like the terrible accent. Finally perfected his spell, but by then he was too old to make use of it. So he completed his book, locked it in a chest, and hid it in the depths of Firetop Mountain, afraid that it might fall into the wrong hands. Why write it down at all, then? The last page reads, "And so, you who now hold this book, you have my life's work in your hands. The power of destruction is yours if you wish it, but do not waste it. Unless you use the spell for the purpose for which it was intended, you shall be consumed by evil itself and die by the fire from your own hands. Remember, only when the dragon breathes its fire at you should you raise your arms and say, Akil Arif. I shouldn't really say the words, because there's no dragon breathing fire at me right now, but I like how the last bit is DiMaggio. Oh, you make a spell where even the incantation itself has your name in it. He loves his name. I can tell. Oh my god, no, ugh. So you say these words slowly and softly. Suddenly the pages seem to glow and this glow disappears. So do the words on the pages of the book. You repeat the spell to yourself to memorize it. So that's it. Suddenly I just have a spell. Cool. Well, let's go up the flight of stairs in the corner of the room. See what's up there. Oh boy, that's a lot. Climbing the steps, you finally emerge at the far end of a large room, as untidily kept as you had entered so far. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests that someone or something of rank uses this room. On one side of the room is a wooden bench. To your right, in the far wall of the room, is a large door that clearly leads onwards into the mountain. The table doesn't have a candle on it. What is going on? If tables... And it doesn't have a box underneath it, either. Like, if tables don't have candles on top and boxes beneath, I don't know what to believe anymore. The wall doesn't make any sense. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't want to interrupt anything. I'll just leave you to it. Sorry if I've spoilt the mood. Opposite you is a man-sized creature with a warty face, standing over a smaller creature of similar race. With the whip in his hand, the orc chieftain has been beating his servant, who is whimpering beneath him. Yeah, let's kill the chieftain and hopefully we can save the servant and not get into a... ungrateful. Yeah. Well, he doesn't want to get... He thinks that his chieftain's gonna win, so better to help the victor than the loser, I guess? Now I'm gonna continue the fight. I'm gonna fight these two orcs. Oh, we're gonna be dancing around this table. Oh boy. Actually, this is a bit awkward. That's wiggling, so I'm guessing it's going to do a diagonal attack. Maybe? Yeah! Piercing strike for the win. And then, let's move to the side a little bit. Damn it. Stuff it. Oh dear. Damn it, it's got a long-ranged attack. Okay. Triumphant, a little bit of a messy fight, but it worked. The green blood of the dead orc smells foul as it seeps from their bodies. There is a chest nearby. Oh, so didn't get a box, but I got a chest. That's cool. Is it under the table, though? You step around the corpses and decide to investigate. It's of sturdy construction, made of strong oak and iron, firmly locked. Okay, so leave it and go southwards is something I can't do. So southward would be back the way I came? So yeah, let's just smash the lock. The lock was obviously inadequate. It flies off and lands on the door several meters away. You lift up the lid and your eyes widen as you see the gold sheen from within. A fair number of gold pieces are inside. In one corner lies a small black bottle with a tight glass stopper containing a liquid of some kind. But as you are admiring the treasure, you hear a soft click and wince in pain as a small dart shoots forward into your stomach. No! Stupid traps. You know what? I'm going to just sink to the floor. You pull out the dart and decide to bandage the wound. This gives some relief, but you are still weak. You decide to take it easy and examine the contents of the chest. There is a stash of gold pieces, and the label on the bottle shows to be a potion of invisibility, good for 1 dose. 25 gold pieces? That's a lot! Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Why would I leave a potion of invisibility behind? Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I'm gonna consume some provisions while I rest. I guess, probably. Because this, so my inventory's here. Resurrection stones, 5 provisions. Yeah, because I gained about, what, 5 stamina the last time I rested. Let's consume some provisions as well. Nom 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 nom. 10 stamina, that'll do. And then let's leave through the north door. It was perfect timing for a bench, actually. You arrive at a junction in the passage. The path continues eastwards, and there are stairs leading to the south. Well, if I go south, it's kind of going back the way I came. Oh. You are about to descend the steps when you suddenly see a large group of orcs walking up the passage. A large group? Yeah, let's... Okay, well, east it is, then. You arrive at another junction in the passage. So I can turn northwards... Northwards? North. Oh my god, there's so much going on up there. There is a lot going on up there. So I could go northwards into the spooky kind of higher level that's definitely not got a skull blooming talisman on the ground, which I just blithely stood on, by the way. It's like, this skull thing on the ground, definitely just I'm gonna go eastwards. I'm just gonna ignore that for now, see what else I can find. You can hear it. So the passage ends in a solid wooden door with metal hinges. Listening at the door, you hear strange mutterings and the clatter of what could be pots and pans. Whatever is in there, there are several of them. Three of the fuckers. That's not several, that's a few. Several is like, I don't know, 6, 7 or more, you know, something like that. Several is a lot more than 3. Not that I want 6 or 7 enemies, but, you know, bad wording. You open the door into the large room. From your education, you're positive this used to be a dwarves' dining room. The orcs have destroyed most of the original stonework and repurposed it for their own needs. Sitting around a large table are 5 orcs busily drinking and dribbling their bowls of rat gizzard soup. All are involved in a rowdy argument as to who will get to chew the rat bones left in the large soup cauldron, so they do not see you enter. I've fought orcs before, 3 at a time, quite easily, but 5? I saw only 3. Yeah, let's. It said 5 question mark. Okay, let's go north into the spooky fucking room. The passageway leads into a square dungeon chamber. There are 2 doors in the eastern wall and 2 in the western wall. On the opposite side of the room, another passageway leads away north. The first door to the right is well used. And putting your ear to the keyhole, you listen and hear a man screaming for help from inside. Before deciding what to do, you listen at the other doors as well. From behind the second door to the right, you hear a thumping sound and the word, "Hello? Hello? Not funny, open the door." The first door to the left is made of solid metal. Listening at the door, you hear the sound of tortured screams from within. Putting your ear to the second door to the left, you hear nothing. The Eye of Cyclops is unlikely to be in a dungeon cell, but you never know. Okay, I want to do the first to the right, because it's someone's asking for help, so I'm guessing it's this one will be someone I can rescue. Someone being tortured, maybe. You unbolt the door and swing it open. A nauseating stench hits your nostrils. Inside the room is the floor is covered with bones, rotting vegetation and slime. A wild-haired old man, clothed in rags, rushes at you screaming. Well, I mean, ungrateful. His beard is long and grey. He's waving an old wooden chair leg. Is he simply insane as he appears, or is he some kind of trap? Calm down, dude! You're free! Oh man! At the top of your... Maybe not the top of the voice would be good. Instantly, his ranting cease. He stops dead in his track and sinks to the floor, weeping loudly. Alexandra of Blacksand? Finally a familiar face. You have my eternal gratitude. As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. Many years ago, he was an adventurer like you in the search of the Warlock's treasure. He was captured by the orcs and thrown into his solitary cell as some sort of pet for the creatures. This must be Aaron Degar that I've heard about. There will be many tales told of this great warrior. Sadly, his time in confinement has not been kind to him. You ask the man about the Eye of the Cyclops. His memory is poor after so long in isolation, but he says he has heard of such a thing. Rumours of an immense gem, powering an evil construct which draws life from demonic power. That doesn't sound good. I always thought it was superstitious rumour, though. I got some luck! Woohoo! And I leave the cell. Now, the second on the right was, this isn't funny, guys. So that sounds to me like someone's locked an orc in there. So if I open that, the orc's going to attack me because it's an orc. You know, racism and all that. All orcs. There's no orc's a good orc or something like that. I don't know. First door on the left, I heard tortured screams. Maybe I can rescue some people. The door is not locked and opens. The room in front of you seems to be a small torture chamber with various torture devices around the walls. In the center of the room, two small, hunchbacked goblins are having their fiendish way with a dwarf. Oh my! Who is tied to a hook in the ceiling by his wrists. The two hunchbacks are poking and cutting him viciously with their swords. Another rescuee, possibly? The dwarf lets out a final scream and falls silent. Oh dear. Eyes closed. His captors make disappointed noises and look around angrily at you, as if it's your fault that the dwarf has collapsed. Let's kill these goblins. I can't let these goblins get away with such barbaric practice. Kill them! Come on, gobbos! Let's spill some goblin blood. Yeah. Pierce! Stabs! Who's going to attack again? Oh, little shits. Okay, well, I'm just gonna move there. See if I can't move diagonally. They might move again. Yeah, they like moving. Oh, here we go. Piercing strike. And then just a normal attack. No. Then a normal attack and rely on my skill. They're just crap. They've just got that diagonal only attack. So yeah, those goblins were useless. Another 4 souls. I have defeated them. You cut down the dwarf. You see, the wording of that definitely requires the context that he was tied up. I'm gonna cut him down. The last of his strength, he opens his eyes, looks at you, then looks downwards. His eyes close again, and this time he breathes his last. You gently rest the dead dwarf on the floor. Yeah, see what he's got. You feel that you haven't much time to search the dwarf before your presence will be noticed or the goblins missing. The beard is probably not where you would search if you were a goblin. As you search the dwarf's beard, you give a cry of surprise. The dwarf has hidden a small purse in his beard. Jeez. Even a small purse. Yeah, the dwarf won't be needing it now. 3 gold pieces. Yeah. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Second door on the left was silent, wasn't it? Oh, bleep, 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 bloop. Is that a reminder for something? Let's have a little look. Right, it's a reminder of an appointment tomorrow. Let's check out the door to the left. unlocked. Opening, you find yourself at the threshold of an orc's weapons store. Ooh! A torch hangs from one wall, lighting up a small armory room stocked with swords, shields, helmets, daggers, breastplates, and the like. That's cool. Let's destroy it all. Anything we can't loot. A circular iron shield with a gold crescent lies at the far end of the room. However, as you do not use a shield, it is worthless to you. Okay, so if I did, then... Okay, let's search it. I poke around in the room. The weapons are blunted and worthless, and the helmets are battered and rusty. You decide to inspect the breastplates on the shelves to see if there's anything worthwhile there. You examine the breastplates on the shelves thoroughly, but there appears to be nothing of value. So basically it's a shield. That's what you do. Let's leave the chamber. I don't want to freeze the orc that's been locked in with his friends. Exiting the dungeon, you hear the sound of water ahead of you and make out a grilled portcullis at the end of the passageway. Before you can reach the portcullis, you'll have to cross a bridge that passes over a gully of gurgling, brackish water. You suspect it may actually be a sewer, judging from the smell rising from it. As you make your way toward the bridge, you pass some goblins, which appear uglier than all the creatures you have encountered so far. One of the goblins spots you, his eyes turn wide. "Black sand! Black sand!" it exclaims and begins to run towards you. I'm gonna keep it sheathed. Like, I can punch a goblin out. The tiny creature runs up towards you and begins to hug your leg. It is pleased to see you. Black sand, it wails with glee over and over. It seems that this goblin has heard of you and has become a fan. I'm getting tired of this. Let go, idiot. The goblin only grips tighter. Black sand. You whack it on the head with your sword hilt, and the goblin loses its grip, dazed. With a final violent shake, you send the goblin off the bridge into the sewer. Wow! That's not a way to treat your fans. Come on, Alexandra, you're not. You need to rise above this kind of thing. You arrive at the end of the passage. An iron portcullis blocks your way, and no amount of charging is going to budge it. Well, there's a couple of levers. 2 levers. Well, the fact that the levers are on this side suggests that anything bad would only happen on the other side. I'm going to pull the left lever, the one that's closest to the actual portcullis. To your horror, you realise that this dummy lever was a trap. God damn it! It's a wax-coated sword blade has now cut your hand. I mean, I use my left hand, sure. God damn it. Pull the right lever. Ooh, map change. You hear a deep rumbling noise, and the ground begins to shudder. Slowly and noisily, the portcullis rises into the ceiling. With hesitation, you walk towards the junction, listening carefully. Oh, hi, random dude. Suddenly, a terrified young man runs into you. His white, rune-embroidered robes are torn and smudged with dirt. He looks at you, panic in his wide eyes. I yield. Education is not worth this much danger, no matter how great the reward. You relax the young student down, and he begins to relax. My name is Ian the White, he says. I'm a humble acolyte seeking entry to the School of Sorcery. You learn that he gained entry, but was deemed unworthy by the elemental masters. I wonder if this fellow knows where the eye is located. You're obsessed, Alexandra. You really are. I'm going to ask about the Eye of the Cyclops. You ask the young acolyte if they know the whereabouts of the ruby that you seek. He becomes frightened once more when you mention the name. Yes, I know this eye that you seek. It belongs to the Cyclops himself, who resides in what's left of the Dwarven Halls over to the east. Follow the passage, and whatever you do, always make sure you stay headed east. There you will find it. The young man points down the passageway before pushing past you and rushing off. You try to catch up with him, asking for more information, but he darts into the portcullis you entered earlier. There's no point chasing him back through there. You should continue eastward and try and find this Cyclops. Cautiously, you creep along the passage. After a short time, you reach a fork in the path. With the path continuing northwards, eastwards, you can see a broad stone bridge. Yay! Got a rest bench. You sit down on the bench and rest for a moment. Gained some stamina that I didn't need. Ooh boy, it's a nice big bridge. You follow the path east and soon enough you arrive at a broad but cracked stone bridge which leads over a yawning subterranean chasm. On the other side of the bridge you can see an archway carved to resemble a huge dwarven head. With no other options, you start to cross the bridge. No sooner have you taken the first few steps than the floor begins to crumble. You break into a run to avoid the crumbling floor. Test your skill. Hopefully that injury doesn't hold me back. I mean, it will do a little bit. Do I click it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's a good roll. That's a good roll. Yeah. Oh. 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 Oh, it's not adding. It's okay. Needed a score of 9 or under, and yeah, so I only just managed that. So rolling under your skill rather than adding it to your skill and then beating some unknown thing. I suppose that's an interesting one. Test of skill is just like a generic all difficulties are always the same kind of thing, I guess. I escape from the crumbling floor. You sigh with relief. You can hear the masonry crashing down far below into the water. The sound vibrates around the chamber and you wonder what creatures you have stirred in the darkness beyond. You know what? I'm not interested in that. I'm going to continue onwards. My cat's meowing as well. Freya, why are you meowing, girl? What are you meowing for? Hey? It's too early for food. What are you mewing at? She just wants attention. Well, we've hit the 27-minute mark, more or less, so, I mean, it's about time. The carved... Well, we can... Can I save the game like it is? I guess. Oh, well. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But anyway, regardless of me figuring that out, that is going to be it for episode 2. Part 2, whatever. I don't know. So, until next time, guys, I hope you are enjoying this series. I am enjoying it so far, 2 episodes in. You know, seems good to me. But until next time, bid you all farewell, and of course, cheerio.